YouTube? It is your girl, and I am here with another Tip Talk Tuesday video. Okay, so after my last Tip Talk video about having really pale skin and not being able to find your shade of foundation, someone had a question about pretty much their undertones and their skin tone kind of changing from season to season. Well, I'm one of those people. Normally in my videos, I will tell you guys that in MAC lingo, I'm like a MAC NC40 to MAC NC35. If I do get a fake bake tan, I do like to indulge in tanning every once in a while, then I am definitely a MAC NC42. So I can be anywhere between NC35 to NC42. However, my undertones change. I tend to just throw out those numbers because it's kind of easy for people to relate to. Me having worked at MAC Cosmetics for years, there was a foundation that I really loved to give to people that have more of an olive. It kind of shifted just a little, and you know what, I don't even think they make it anymore. I used it all up, and the original formula I just don't think that they have. And this is the bronzer of the original formula. It's called the Hyper Real Foundation. Excuse the fake blood. I use it in my FX kit, my special effects kit when I do special effects makeup. So to lose the blood on it, fake blood. But this is what it originally looks like. This is the bronzer one, and it was in a glass container. I don't believe that they have it anymore. They did come out with, they tried to make something similar, which was like a Hyper Real, and it was like NC 100 through whatever. I kind of was like disappointed because the shades, that was a really good selling point for me, was there was a liquid foundation that had more olive in it and had a heavier coverage than their sheer foundation. Now, what they do have still on the market now is one that I do use. It is the Studio Fix. This is, and I'm going to show you, this is kind of my normal range, which is an NC40. Now, the Studio Fix that I get when my skin tone is a little bit lighter and my oliveness is peeking through, it is a C4.5. So here's the NC40, which, you know, I'm going to hit pan on pretty soon. And here's the C45. They look really similar, but not so much. And you're like, what? Well, whenever I'm olive, I will grab my C. My C4, C4.5, and C5 colors. The in MAC, I believe it's neutral. I will leave all that information in the description box. But whenever I have a client that has heavy olive tones, I will get my C. My C foundations. I prefer the Studio Fix one. They do have face and body. I've tried it and I've used it. It is in the garage, and I'm not going to go dig it out because I used the face and body in my airbrush gun. So I do have a gun. I just drip some stuff in foundation and get the spraying. But yeah, that's the one that I use. It's sheer, and you can kind of build it up. As far as other companies that have more olive, I don't know too many. I did take a walk around Sephora and nothing like really grabbed my eye. I played around with some of them and I wasn't feeling the olive, like the true oliveness of it. However, I did come across, oh, is this it? Well, what do you know? This is the Hyper Real Foundation. Oh, look at that. This one was a 400. No NC, no C, just 400. Well, what do you know? There is one that has, I would have to say, any of the drugstore brands. This one is a little bit more on the olive. It is from Kiss, which is their natural finish liquid foundation. You can let me see if I can compare it next to. Okay, so this is my concealer, NC35. You can see the yellow, more yellow tone in that, and then compared to this one, you see how it just looks a little bit browner, olive, green. It just has that, just a little bit of difference in it. So that's just me and how my skin tone changes. I do have the, where is it? Is this the one? This is from, here it is. This is just lighter. Becca. I have Becca in their tone olive, which is pretty light. But I also have it in tan, which is one shade down. So this is olive and this is tan. I think the name threw it for me because this really isn't olive. It's not a, you know, when I think olive, I'm thinking green with a little red little dot in it, or you know, the little olive. But so it kind of threw me. I did try that, but no. I did look around at other things at the drugstore. I would have to say like Rimmel is more red tones, and Wet n Wild, Peachy to Red. I looked at the CoverGirl ones. You know, my CVS's and stuff, it just depends on what location I'm in for them to stock different ranges of like CoverGirl and Queen collections, and some of them don't even have the Queen collections. I looked at Iman to see if she had it. I looked at Shea Moisture foundations to see if they had more olives, and I was striking out. So I definitely would have to say Google, make Google your friend and see if you can find some more olive ones. If you guys know of good ones that you would like me to try, definitely leave me a comment. Let me know if you find one and you want me to test it out. I do test foundations for you guys. I'll put it on in the morning. If I take my camera with me to blog or vlog, then I will, you know, take a during the day picture or during the day vlog, and then I will come back at the end of the day and let you know how I like the makeup, and then I'll do a final review of the makeup. So if you guys know of a brand that you want me to try or that has that olive undertone to it, just let me know and I will go ahead and research it and do that for you. But for right now, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say it's MAC. A lot of people steer away from MAC because I like kind of just a little bit, only because if I use too much of it, then I break out. But it just depends on the primer and stuff that I use on my face that will kind of counter my pimples and breakouts and stuff. So to answer your question, yes, your undertones can change, shifts or whatever during seasons, and you know what type of daily activity you're doing. If you are indoors like me all of the time and it's winter and it's cold and you're not really getting too much sun, I wake up, it's dark. By the time I get home, it's dark. I don't see the sun a lot. So I mean, it's like 10 o'clock in the night right now I'm filming this, so yeah. So yeah, I tend to get a little olive, and it is the MAC C foundations, not NC, just a C. So hopefully this information helped, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.